Oh, here's a new video. It's gonna be about this man Nate Diaz acting a fool. All right. Now, if you actually go and look it up on Google, how old is Nate Diaz? I don't know, so I'm gonna look it up right fucking now. Yeah. How old is Nate Diaz? All right. My son is out here pushing 40. All right. Nate Diaz is 38. So Nate Diaz, being that he's a 38-year-old man, he decided to act like 17-year-old NBA youngboy, all right? He thinks that beating up a random fucking goofy ass Logan Paul lookalike. The man got his fame off of being a Logan Paul lookalike. Obviously, he's not a tough guy. He's not gonna be like, oh man, what's up to Nate fucking Diaz. Of course, Nate Diaz is gonna whoop his ass. Like, he did not prove that he's much tougher than we already thought he was before he beat up fake Logan Paul. Like, Logan not swole, malnourished Logan Paul. He's not a tough guy to beat up, all right? He's not a tough guy to beat up. The man, like, this guy, like, fake Logan Paul, he looks like the type of guy to, like, press charges on motherfuckers. And Nate Diaz got charges pressed on him. And I don't really blame Logan not swole, because, look, you gotta, like, pick the people you go against. Because if Nate Diaz was, like, acting out with, like, some random guy who looks like the type of guy to not call the police, then it would be like, all right, that's cool. I guess they're both goonish. But no, he's doing this shit to fake Logan Paul. Logan not swole. And he dropped his head on the pavement. Like, come on, bro. Like, that ain't cool. Like, not gonna lie to you guys, that ain't cool. I know a lot of MMA fans like Nate Diaz and he can do no wrong. But I don't give a fuck. Like, he's too old to be doing this shit. He's 38 years of age. He is shoving 30 out the door. Like, he's out here spinning back, heel kicking 40. And he's out here, like, trying to prove his toughness by beating up a fake Logan Paul, bro. Logan not swole. Logan malnourished Paul. That ain't cool, bro. That's like, him doing that did not prove that he's a cool guy, that he's a tough guy. We already know he's a tough guy. He's a UFC fighter, for fuck's sake. And this Logan not swole guy, he was approaching him like, To be fair, this guy looks more like Stipe Miocic than Logan Paul, but it is what it is. So like, Nate Diaz, like, this guy is clearly a bitch. Nate Diaz grabs his arms and just starts, like, pulling his head down and puts him in a guillotine choke, and then, like, drops him on the floor on the pavement, and his head bounces, and he has like he's bleeding from the back of his head. Like, god damn, bro, what the fuck did little bro do? He ain't do that much. Like, he just walked up on him like, because the guy is clearly sped. All right, now you know Nate Diaz is clearly sped, but he knows how to fight. All right, he should have understood that. I mean, this fucking guy, he's not on anything. His claim to fame is looking like a fake Logan Paul. So let me just let him slide. But no, he put him in a fucking guillotine choke and try to, like, act tough. And now he could be facing 8 years in prison over some bullshit that is not even, like, important. Like, I don't understand what the purpose of this was. Nate Diaz is a grown fucking man. I understand he be high off them weeds and shit, but I mean, you're a grown fucking man, Nate Diaz. Chill, bro. Calm down. If his ass goes to jail, I'm not gonna feel sorry for him at all. I'm not gonna be like, free Nate Diaz. No. Fuck that nigga Nate Diaz. And hopefully this shit teaches him a lesson. Like, you're not that fucking badass motherfucker, Nate Diaz. You're an old man, all right? You are, like, the weeds have fucked up your brain. You can barely talk. You slur all your words. You're, like, halfway sped. You're not a cool fucking guy, all right? Nate Diaz is not a cool guy. I don't understand why people like Nate Diaz that much. I kind of like him because he's pretty nice at fighting. But, I mean, his personality is non-existent. All he ever says is, oh, yeah, let's fucking go. Yeah, we're gonna kick some ass. Oh, those guys are bitches. Oh, he's a bitch. What up? You're a pussy, yeah. Like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? Like, I don't know what the hell he's talking about half of the time. He's not interesting as a personality. He's just a weed head that people like because it's like, oh, look at Nate Diaz. Isn't he so cool, guys? All these white folk, they try to fucking cling on to Nate Diaz because that's how they look cool to their black friends. Because look, dude, I like Nate Diaz, dude. I like fucking Nate Diaz. He's such a fucking badass dude. He's like from the streets and stuff. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. You don't know Nate Diaz, all right? You don't know Nate Diaz, and he's not that interesting of a character. All he does is smoke weed and say incoherent shit and be like, oh, I'm an OG, yeah. I've been doing this shit. This guy's is a rookie. Yeah, come shut your mouth. You're a real rookie. The fuck, this guy is clearly out of his mind, bro. Instead of you guys is slobbering all over his dick, tell him to get off the weeds, all right? Stay off the fucking weeds. That shit is ruining his brain. He does not think straight anymore. That's why he thinks that it's a cool move to beat up fake Logan Paul, bro. The guy weighs 27 pounds. The fuck out of it. But yeah, like, Nate Diaz, I don't feel sorry for him. They put him in jail. He'll come out a better man. He'll probably, like, find God and stuff. That's what my son Charleston White was talking about. You need to put this guy in jail. Like, this guy Nate Diaz is a fake gangster, bro. He's not a gang member, all right? He's not a gang member, but he acts like one. Nate Diaz, you're a sport athlete. Some kids look up to you for some reason. This is not a great example for them. All right, Nate fucking Diaz. But speaking of Nate Diaz, his arch nemesis, and I think the reason why people like Nate Diaz a lot, Conor McGregor. McGregor was seen consoling Ryan Garcia, talking about some, use the two biggest names in the sport, and I would like to see it again. You know what I mean? Like, Conor McGregor. This nigga Conor McGregor, man, cocaine has got him in a chokehold. I can understand Conor McGregor, man. He's too energetic. There's nothing wrong with being energetic, but this guy is too animated. Like, he talks while shadowboxing. Like, he found Floyd Sr. and he was like, Floyd Sr., you're a real man out here. I think it's not Floyd Sr., it's Mayweather Sr. Oh, Mayweather Sr., you're a real trainer. I would like to have a rematch with your son, you know what I mean? Yeah? I would like to have a rematch with your son so I can show him the jab, hook, boom, 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 bow. The uppercut. I learned the back paw. Yeah. I would like to have a little rematch with your son. Yeah. Your fucking bomb of a thing. Yeah. Cocaine has got him in a chokehold. And my son Conor McGregor. See, we got two druggies out here, Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz, running amok. What we need to do is put both of them in rehab together. Hopefully they don't start a fight. And yeah, Conor McGregor, stay off the coke, and Nate Diaz, stay off the weed. All right. And then we'll have two great role models for the children. You know what I mean? We need John Cena in MMA, right? I think my son John Cena can make there's no way he makes 205. But if he can make the heavyweight limit, like we can pardon him using the steroids. Make him fight somebody. He gets like one win and give him a title fight, and then the UFC will have an actual role model for the children. All right? Because we need a role model for the children in the UFC. All right? They got John Jones, the greatest UFC fighter of all time. I don't want to hear about no George St. Pierre. But George St. Pierre was a great role model. Fuck George St. Pierre. All that boy ever did was, like, wrestle hug dudes and then, like, tap out to strikes. Like, John Bones did not tap out to a limb submission. Fuck out of it. But, look at John Jones, the greatest fighter of all time. Like, he will be, like, inspirational to kids. But that guy ran over pregnant women. And, like, instead of going to check up on the woman he had just ran over, who was, by the way, pregnant, he just went back to get his cocaine again and his money. Like, what the hell is wrong with these guys? And then they have Israel Adesanya. This guy was touching his dog inappropriately. I like Israel Adesanya, but he's a weirdo, right? He showed up with a dog collar, like, oh, I'm a dog, I'm gonna get unleashed. Oh, I'm gonna leave him frozen like Elsa. Even though that line turned out to be cool as shit after he left him frozen like Elsa, still, like frozen like Elsa. Come on, man. Who else? They got Islam Makhachev. Even he is not that great of a role model to the children. Makhachev, you know, I'm a big Islam Makhachev fan, but he sometimes looks like he's not in it too. Like, he looks like sometimes it looks like the lights are on, but nobody's home. You know what I mean? Like, we need to fix this shit. All right. And then who's the 45 champ? Volkanovski. Now, you know, Volkanovski is a cool, I guess, role model for the children, but there's a problem with him, too. He's a midget, all right? He's a shorter man. The kids can now look up to somebody that they could possibly look down at. Like, some 7-year-olds out there are taller than Volkanovski. We need to do better. And then we have Aljamain Sterling. He won the belt off of, like, playing dead after he got kneed, even though I support that. I would have done the same thing, but that's not honorable. And then we have fucking Brandon Moreno. Like, come on, man. Brandon Moreno, like, kids could whoop his ass because they're bigger than him and they're less childish than him. He plays with Legos and shit. I know some 10-year-olds who's, like, piss on Legos. And a lot of kids don't even like Legos because they step on them and that shit hurts. So, like, they just throw them out the window. They're not even that cool to begin with. Like, you can only do so much with Legos. Everybody likes like toy cars and shit. Only the dorks played with the Legos, all right? And then you have Jamal Hill, or he's from Chirac. What more do I have to say about Jamal Hill? He's from Chirac. There is no role models for the children. Leon Edwards is ducking Kobe Covington. But yeah, this video went like totally differently than I expected it. I expected it to be like I'm talking shit about Nate Diaz, but it turned out to be that I'm looking out for the children because I'm a great fucking guy. Like and subscribe. I'm out.